Hey guys, welcome back to Troutman Family Presents. I'm Joe.
I'm Orion.
And Orion, what are we opening up today?
This is heavy.
Alright, well, what's in the box, Orion? What's in the box?
I don't know what is in the box.
Alright, well, let's open it up. We have waited very patiently for this.
And it's probably not Omega Prime.
So, I thought this was coming out winter of this year, but we got it now. I wasn't expecting it, and I got a letter from FedEx, or a message from FedEx saying it was delivered before I even got the notification from Hasbro saying it shipped. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, and the Haslabs are always the most exciting things to get for us because those RoboSims are just. Yeah, they take up a lot of room and they're very expensive. Okay. All right, so you guys are seeing it? Hold on, let me show you the trick. I'm gonna go.
So much for this side up.
Yeah. So what's in the box, Orion?
Probably another box.
Yeah. All right. So Hasbro is very collector focused. So they do put the box in the box to make sure that the box that's in the box is in great shape.
And is in another box.
Yeah. What's in the box again?
My guess is another box.
What's in the box, Orion?
A box. I knew it.
All right, and go ahead and show out just like we did it before, because we were upside down, and now we're going to be right side up.
Also, let's show the camera. If you can see that, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh, we're getting the tablecloth all messed up. Okay, ooh, it's pretty. So I have not seen much of this, but we have one big box inside of two other big boxes. Okay. We have not seen the front yet. So you guys are seeing the front, and we're going to look at the front as we turn it to show you Ultra Magnus. And it's a nice piece of art with Ultra Magnus. And there is Optimus Prime. And on the front, Omega Prime. And on the back, it's got some different pictures of the different modes. So we're going to go ahead and get this up and open. I guess we can do it on camera. So,
yeah, why not?
Yeah. Now we're going to be upside down again.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So there is...
more boxes.
Yeah, inside there is 1, 2, 3 boxes, it looks like. So we're going to go ahead. 1, 2, 3. This one here is like kind of a small one, but we'll go ahead and start pulling them out.
And make sure.
Oh, no, wait, there's 4 boxes.
Yeah.
1. 2.
3.
And 4.
Oh no, I hope it's not a box.
And an empty box. Oh, on the bottom there is Omega Prime. And on the top there is Omega Prime.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. God, we could freaking pack a small room with all these boxes we got. Okay. Which one should we open up first? These are
Let's get this one.
numbered in Cybertronian, but I don't read Cybertronian. That's probably a 2 is my guess.
Oh no, that's an A. That's an A in Cybertronian.
Oh, that's an A? So should we open it? Maybe A goes first?
I guess.
I'm guessing Omega Supreme and Optimus in here. Well, you got that one. Go ahead and open that one. Let's see what's in it.
saw purple.
Oh.
And purple means gigantic sword.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it out.
And is that skinny Cybertronian or just scribbles? How about you do this? Because I don't want to break it.
Okay. So, inside here is this big sword. I forget what that is. I do have the this whole series in a box set DVD.
Wait, it looks like this one says B. I think it says B on the side.
So it does have some Cybertronian.
That could be Cybertronian. Oh yeah, that's Cybertronian. There's like 2 pairs.
So we'll decipher it and then we'll put it on.
This looks backwards.
Oof. Okay. One down.
So yeah, let's just get unpacking out of the way and then we can do everything else.
Yeah. You can open up the second. I'm going to look at the box and I'm going to tinker with the sword. Yeah, it doesn't look that complicated.
Ooh, we get another figure.
Oh, we got, I think they call them blue bolts.
And this split out.
That's the instructions.
Yep. So yeah, here's the pack. Ooh, one of these guys. I forget which.
Oh, that's Cerebros. So he's the headmaster for Fortress Maximus, who made it in this series. So I'm guessing, normally I like to look at instructions, but this seems pretty straightforward. So these 2 pieces snap together, and the sword is symmetrical. So both sides look like that, and then the hilt plugs in up at the top. And that's a pretty big sword. It's not quite as big as the Fortress Maximus, but it's good size.
And it looks like I'm unpacking.
Oh, this is going to be the base.
Yeah, base.
Here we go. So here's instructions. This has got the base, the sword, and the Optimus Prime on this set of instruction sheets. And then it's got Ultra Magnus. I think it's just getting Ultra Magnus put together into his truck mode.
Wait, this comes with all of that?
It comes with a lot of stuff, yeah. Okay, there's blue bolts.
Hey, can you help me with this
One. So out of the next box, we've got blue bolts out, and we've got the stands, and Orion's been playing with the stands. They're not going to go like this, but you can... Oh, you got them all mishmashed together.
I did?
Yeah. So you can... Yeah, put the vehicles on there one by one.
And it looks like you can put these there.
Yeah, so we'll mess with that a little bit more. And then you got Cerebros. Now, I didn't study the campaign too much, but Cerebros, I think he went with the Fortress Maximus or Grand Maximus from that. I thought he went with Blue Bolts here, but no, Blue Bolts has got his own head, and yeah, he doesn't need him. So we're gonna keep on digging and see if this guy has another home as a headmaster or not. So. Going to this box here. This one is Optimus. Here's Optimus.
I wonder when we're gonna get to Omega Prime.
Well, he is the combined version, so he's going to be at the very end.
Oh.
And here is his little blow dryer gun. That was easy.
Packaging off of Optimus.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and. So he's got some tape and just a few little parts here and there. Looks like he's missing his ears. So we need to find those. Oh, hold on. Here's his ears right here for his super mode. So we're getting these guys set up. And Blue Bolts, we forgot he's got his little missiles. And I think they're going to go in by his feet when he's into his gun mode. But they can clip onto his back right here. And right there. And that does make him look actually quite a bit better in my opinion. So here's Blue Bolts. And he's a little hard to balance. Okay, actually, yeah, he's hard to balance. Make sure his feet are all the way down. Okay. So Optimus Prime, we got his little guns on his head. They went in really easy. And then on the bottom, there is a spot for his gun up in the front, just like in the original one. So it kind of slides into a little notch up here. So the handgun doesn't, the part that he holds onto with his hand doesn't plug in. It's just a little notch up there. So, and then there is a little seat here on the side. And there we go. Cerebros can fit in there. So he can man the station. So let's move this out.
So yeah, I guess it's a scale with him, but it still would be a bit big compared to him.
Yeah. So we're going to look through the instruction, but right off the bat, one of the things the original did is, which these were spring loaded and would flip out when you push a little button.
And also, it looks like it can.
And then you've got the fire blaster here still too. So it's got the missiles. The missiles look good. And it does have the little water cannon here. So awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up Ultra Magnus now. Oh, he's got some Japanese on him. Got some Japanese on over at, yeah, above it says Cybertron. So it says something in Japanese and then Cybertron. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and open up Ultra Magnus.
Wait, I think it like extends.
Yeah, it should. Try sliding it. No. Yeah, the other one got really long, so this one might. There you go. Okay, and opening up Ultra Magnus. He's got his little earpieces and his front chest piece. And this is just how he comes out of the box. And that's it. So that's nice and easy. Okay, so I was messing with this and messing with it, and I was getting really frustrated. But the reality is you just get it at the right angle, and it just pops right into place. It's not going to be wobbly, and then it just clips right in. So you have this, and so the head's a little tricky to see. You got to get down. There is a little seam here, so you got to stick your fingernail right in between here and the plastic. That'll pop his head up, and then these here can come on. So the tall part is going to go to the front of the head. So I put them on backwards. And then it's shown to point these back before you close them up. Okay. So you got to be a little careful wiggling his head back in too. Right, and then bring these back here and here. No. Forward. Lock. Back. Down. And these here gonna clip in, clip in. And Okay. Okay, so we've got them out of the box. We got them roughly put together, and we're going to show off what they do in their vehicle mode. So we already talked about Optimus a little bit, but yeah, he rolls. He's got his gun on the bottom. He's really solid. That was one thing. The original one, the RID, was not that solid. He was pretty wobbly. So you do have the ladder. The guns come out, which is cool, even though it's not on a spring. But we're going to put these in for now. So it's kind of tight. But yeah, once you get it to pop, it does pop. So you can put Cerebros in this little chair here, or if you want, you can put him. It's got a little rescue bucket here, so you can bring him up, and you can go and rescue a cat out of a tree. So go ahead and give it a click.
Yeah, I just didn't want to break it.
Yeah, and we just ejected Cerebros out. One more. There we go. Okay, so there's Cerebros in his little bucket. So cool. Okay.
I think I can make it go even higher.
Let's leave it there for now. Go ahead and put him in the little bucket. I don't think we're going to put him in here too often.
Actually, I think I'm just going to leave him in there.
Okay. So let's move Optimus to the side. And Ultra Magnus, he's really cool. So he's the car carrier, and I think he's a better car carrier than G1. But you can bring his feet down here. And then you open up these little gates, and then these come down. Super easy ramp, so you can drive your cars up here.
And maybe you can even fit Optimus on there.
I don't think you can fit Optimus,
Yeah.
but you can do like Sideburn and Tow Line, which we have right now. So they can both go up there. Up in the front, he looks good. Got the nice chrome up in the front. I love chrome because chrome is always cool. So bring these back up. Oops, these come first. Snap. Snap. And then these here will peg into the feet. Okay, and Orion transformed blue bolts, so this is his gun mode. You want to go ahead and put that up there?
Okay.
Getting this on the original RIT figure was just a nightmare. Getting those guns on. He didn't have a name originally, but there he is. That was a lot easier. So. Okay, so now we've got Cerebros and Optimus Prime, and we've got Ultra Magnus and Blue Bolts. And Orion, go ahead and talk about Optimus. Talk about is there anything that I didn't talk about that's catching your attention?
I don't really think you talked about anything that I didn't really, or that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, these guns are kind of cool, and the Optimus, it's just pretty cool. And also, one thing I thought, like on the packaging, I was like, oh, is that Inferno? And no, it wasn't. And there's an Inferno right over there. So yeah, this is what I was thinking of, because I looked at that not too long ago, and they do look really similar, right?
They do. They
look like almost identical.
Yeah. This is our first Optimus Prime as a fire truck.
Yeah.
I think it's our only Optimus Prime as a fire truck.
Yeah, maybe.
So, cool. And what do you think about Ultra Magnus and Blue Bolts?
I think Ultra Magnus is really cool because of this part, or you can do this, like where you can have the ramp. Can you get that other foot? And then flip that out, and like it's just really cool because like especially if you have any other like cars.
So we have tow line and we have the new sideburn, and I think they should be compatible with them. If not, he actually looks compatible with the old ones.
Which one do you think I should transform?
You know what? We have so much to cover. We're not going to mess with these right now.
Okay, right now we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really cool.
Okay. So, do you have any? Oops. Do you have anything else to add on Ultra Magnus?
Anything that you covered, that was what I was gonna say. So yeah, there's nothing I really want to say that's different from what you said.
Okay. Awesome. So this does all tab together real nice and neat. And again, super solid. Like, I have the original ones of these. I don't transform them anymore, but yeah, this guy here, the original one was like, you couldn't do that. He was just too wobbly. So that's something I'm impressed with. Let's go ahead and pull him out there. So let's go ahead and show these guys off. Okay, so here they both are from the front. Here they both are from the side.
And then
here's
the back.
The booty shot. And the other side. So they both look good. They both have a presence. They don't look like they go together at all, which I think that's really cool. So the other thing I want to talk about right now is the ramps that it comes with. They're the display base. So you can combine both of these. There's two little movable pegs, so these pieces both come out. And you can, for the car mode, you're really supposed to flip them around so these are next to each other. But I'm going to leave it like this because I'm going to keep them as Omega Prime. And then you do have these little pieces here that fasten on.
And you can kind of use it as a mini road if you want. So kind of like that. You could pretend it's a road like that. Or you can just use it to display them.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't really work out if you're trying to display both at once. Because they don't really fit on one that well.
Yeah, no, you can only do one at a time.
Yeah.
And then these pieces, so you get two of these pieces, and then you get two of these little pieces. Now from looking in the instructions, I think you use this just for Ultra Magnus, and then just the single one will be for Optimus Prime, both in his standard mode and then his super mode. And then I think Omega Prime, haven't got to him yet, but I think Omega Prime might be this version. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and, which one do you want to do first, Orion?
I'd say Optimus since we opened Optimus first.
Okay, good idea. Optimus has a little more to talk about.
Well, I'm doing it mainly because we opened Optimus first.
So Optimus is neat because he does have kind of two different modes. So, and we'll get to that. First we'll start off with his regular mode, then we'll do his super mode. So we're going to go ahead and cut off and then get him transformed into his first mode, and then we will be right back. Okay, we're back. So Orion did the transformation all by himself. I just helped with some of the stiff joints. Literally just two pieces, just because he's being good and being careful. So Ryan, what did you think about the transformation?
So I thought the transformation was actually pretty fun. I kind of dislike this, but it will end up to look better because of the armor. So, it may look not that good now, but it will look good later. But yeah, the transformation was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. So, anything in particular that you like the most?
No, actually, but on this part, I like it because Cerebros can, or whatever he is,
Mm-hmm.
he can just like sit like wherever, and it's kind of like a base. And I really like it because this he can always sit there.
Yeah, I actually like that too. So I don't know if we have to use any of these pieces with Omega Prime. If we don't, we're going to use it like that. So for my original one, I keep all of these pieces buried in the box, which I can never get to. It's in the bottom corner of a stuffed closet. And one of my tires, one of my old rubber tires, the on one of these pieces did eventually dry out and crack. So it's yeah, I don't mess with him in the fire truck mode at all. And a little bit sad. I just kind of keep him as Omega Prime. So looking at him, he does look good. He's got a great head sculpt, and his legs are big and bulky, but that just kind of comes with the territory. But everything is real nice and tight. He's not wobbly, which is great.
But yeah, the bulky legs, like this all comes together, and it gives him like feet extensions, so it looks normal.
And then over here, we do have the Weeble wobbly because the base is kind of an afterthought, but it doesn't look too bad. And the only thing that's these little connection points here and here are the most flimsy, and even they're not super bad. Now you can use part of the base here and here for the shoulder mounts to give them as cannons, but I think we're gonna just skip that part. So did bring out a couple bots for comparison. First off, I'd like to get him with his Nemesis, and this is one of the best Megatrons ever. So he's still bigger than RID Megatron, but man, this is one of like the coolest Transformer molds ever. The colors are beautiful. I could rave about this one. So here he is with Megatron, still bigger. And
hey, quick question about
yes.
that Megatron. Is it a triple changer? Because it kind of looks like a triple changer.
It's a 10 changer.
Oh yeah, that's the one that turned into so many.
Okay. So we do have two other RID toys right now. So we do have Sideburn and we have Toeline. So he is quite a bit bigger than them. And I did bring down the original Autobot brothers. So here's the original Sideburn and Prowl. And X-Brawn. So kind of got a little team. I hope they come out with these guys because they are cool. I like these ones a lot. This one I'm a little disappointed with. They kind of did what they could. It's all right, but this one here is much better, the Viper mode. So just a nice comparison of everybody. So we are going to go ahead and get this guy in his super mode. Again, Orion's doing all the transformation on this. So we will be back in a minute. So before we start going to super mode, we did put him on the stand just to kind of give him in a little action pose. So, and there's his base over there. So, all right, there he is on the base, and Orion's going to keep on working on the super mode. Okay, we're back. Orion, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty fun. It wasn't too complicated, but yeah, it was pretty fun. And also, I noticed that you could put Cerebro in there, and for some reason, Cerebro just makes everything better. And then something I thought about is that you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tilt that, and then you can also have them in there. And if you want, you can extend it. So yeah, you can have them real far away.
Well, he's a little wobbly like that, but let's show you what you're onto something though, Orion.
Yeah.
Because what these do is you get him in this mode here, you flip out his guns, here and here. Let's take Cerebros. And this is where he gets his big missile launcher coming in. So this is his big big blaster here. And you can kind of have him holding it up like that. So this guy is cool. And it's really neat. I was watching Orion and I felt just like it was, it's the original one. But, so there's a lot of familiar notes to it. But then there was a few things that just made it a lot better. And really, my favorite improvement is in the waist here. Because the other one was up, down, and it would slide all over the place. You put this on and it would collapse down. This here, it's got a stabilizer joint that loops down and it actually gives it that grip. It's kind of hard to see. You probably can't see it, but if you look right in here, there's this little piece and it comes down when the body extends. You have to get it just right, and that just comes in perfectly. And I love that because that was one of my biggest complaints on the original. He does look good. His proportions look really good. His arms, his shoulders. He's got some articulation in the guns here. And yeah, and then also the chrome. I don't know if it's the lighting in here with the camera, but I mean, he looks like $1 million. And these are just little plastic pieces, but between here and you get some chrome on his chest around the Autobot logo, it's really nice. And the other thing I really like is it has gun storage. So I like it because if I don't have storage on my figures, then they all end up in a box that's in limbo, and I can never get to the extra pieces again. So, sorry, I didn't mean to run with it all, Orion, but because I have the original and I got it brand new when it first came out, like this one is really, honestly, I wasn't excited for it when it came out. This was like it was a neat series because it brought cars back, but I wasn't that excited about the character. But I really like this. Like, I am really impressed with it so far. And we haven't even gotten to Ultra Magnus yet.
And also another cool thing I was thinking about is that I noticed that you can do this and you can kind of give them like a rollerblades. It wouldn't really work well though. But yeah, you can kind of just have them roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one other thing that we found, Orion, if you want to show...
Matrix?
Yeah, show them where the Matrix is.
So yeah, just like, didn't it have the same thing in the original?
Yeah, you did have a little Matrix in the original too.
Except it didn't come out, and I need something really thin to get it out.
Well, we're going to leave it in there, I think. But yeah, the Matrix is right in there.
Yeah. I really want to get it out for a bit though, but yeah, it's like physically impossible to get it out like that.
Yeah. So he is good, and he's got a lot of extra pieces. And look, he is not super wobbly. We can do this with him, and you can't do that with the original one. He was just, and that was mostly because of that waist. He's got a lot of nice areas that keep him extra secure. These little pieces here and here. The designers at Haslab, just absolutely brilliant. They kept it. They kept the good parts there, and then they improved it. And that's what everybody wants. That's what I want in Transformers. Is I want that familiar. I want the character. I want it to look right, but I want it improved a little bit. And this has done that. So, do you have anything else to say on this one, Orion?
No, I don't really have anything else to say.
We're gonna do a quick size comparison. I'm just going to bring out Megatron for now. So, Optimus on his own he's about up to here, right? So he's grown maybe 1.5 inches. He's, if you include the ladder, he's grown a bit more than that. But yeah, poor Megatron, he's just getting overpowered by Optimus alone. So, cool. Okay, Orion, let's jump into Ultra Magnus. So this one here, he plugs in the exact same way.
Except he's more touching the ground.
Yeah.
Like he can just have his feet like go down a bit and then he's touching the ground.
Yeah, but he plugs in exactly like Optimus does. It's the exact same same port on his booty there. But this one here, you could pose him, I guess. But we're gonna leave him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're back, and Orion did this one all by himself. And what were your thoughts? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. But something I found funny is where the waist is, and then when I turn it around, the legs are completely hollow, and the hands are really small. This one's just really funny, but it still does look good, especially with the wings.
Yeah, he looks a lot like the original one. He looks good from the front, but this one's got tiny little hands.
And he's like 90% leg, 10% body.
Yeah, he's got legs. And then Orion, what did you find up in here?
A matrix. I don't know why he'd have a matrix, but I guess it's just there.
Yeah, I don't remember if they both had one. I'd have to watch the cartoon again. If both Optimus and Ultra Magnus, maybe they combined it, and that's what made them combine.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah, so he's got the tiny little hands, and here we can put blue bolts. So blue bolts, you do twist these up, and they do plug in to. Whoops. This guy is a weaponizer, so he can come apart a little bit. But there's a couple. Okay, I was just playing with it. Totally our error. There's this little piece here that just needs to fold up, and that's what was giving him the problem with the clearance. So you get that, and boom, it goes on perfectly, like so. And then you can take his hands and kind of have him, you can angle these around a little bit and have it like he's holding on to blue bolts-ish. Yeah, not the best grip, but it works. So he looks good, the chrome looks good. The blue bolts is okay, but you know, he was kind of squirrely with the original one. I remember that one was not fun to get on. It looks better with the Omega Prime. But yeah, Ryan, any thoughts on Ultra Magnus?
So with the gun, or like giant, like whatever it is, like it's cool because it has like an aim thing, and also like the Ultra Magnus is just really cool. And I actually thought they were gonna like make something like fold down so it would like cover the super high up waist, but I guess no. But for people that find this funny, it would be a good one.
All right, go ahead and bring Optimus over. So here we got him. We've got the two brothers, and they are big boys. For comparison, just for size, this is the one everybody loves, is the Armada class Optimus Prime. So if you see Optimus Prime towers over Ultra Magnus, and then Ultra Magnus and Optimus are about the same size. So he is definitely Commander class, and he is like Commander class plus just a little bit. So move him over here. And then with poor Megatron, poor super awesome Megatron.
Or 10 changer or Megatron.
Yeah, he just looks so overpowered by these two guys. So, and then if you throw in blue bolts, yeah. So this guy, you are gonna plug him in, and you have two holes, and you have two holes here, and you're gonna basically take it and set his whole crotch up in here, and it is not the easiest. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me the other one? Yeah. And then you can have them like fighting.
But I mean, honestly, in this mode, unless you're gonna pose them, they don't really need to stand. They stand up fine on their own. I wouldn't really stress on them falling over or dangling. There we go.
Slide this in all the way. So yeah, now you can have them both on their stems. It's a bit hard to get him
There
out.
we go. Okay. Like that. And then bring up the ab crunch.
Oops. Yeah, it's a bit better without that right there. But yeah, now you can have them fighting.
Yeah, these stands, I don't think they're super necessary right now. Unicron, his is definitely necessary. Masterpiece Raiden, his is definitely necessary. The Ultra Magnus is actually pretty sturdy. The Optimus isn't at all on this. I feel safer with Optimus just on his own. So, okay, now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. So, we are going to make Omega Prime, and we will be right back. Okay, we are back, and we have Omega Prime in all of his glory, and you can still keep the base so you don't lose all the parts. Orion, what did you think of the transformation?
I thought the transformation was pretty fun, but it was a bit hard, and it took a very long time.
Yeah, I did help out a little bit, and again, there's lots of notes of the original one. Orion did most of the heavy lifting. I just kind of helped get the top part put on, and it was just kind of swinging things around. It wasn't too bad. The feet are very secure. One thing that's great is look at this guy is super secure in so many different areas with the waist that they gave him, the hands, the legs connect in so many different spots. It's awesome. And also, Blue Bolts is on really solid, so you don't have to worry about him going anywhere. Yeah, even the back they made a little better. I'm like, wait, did the original one do that? So he did get rid of these chunk pieces here. So I don't think the original one hid them up as well. So he looks really good. Orion, what are your thoughts on him?
I think he looks pretty good. But I think my favorite mode is probably the alt modes.
The fire truck and the tow truck?
Yeah. Wait, tow truck?
Or a car carrier.
Yeah, more like one of those.
Yeah. So, what we've all been waiting for. Okay. Here is the original. And yeah, he is definitely more wobbly. And I'm looking at him from the back. This guy's really cleaned up quite a bit.
They also look really similar.
They do look similar, but I think this guy is just a lot cleaner all the way around, and that's good. I like that. I'm trying to get that copied over. So there they are from the front. Here they are from the back. And yeah, this guy, wow, what a difference. So like I said, I was not super excited for this one. It was a Haslab, and I've been really happy with all the Haslabs so far. So I literally got it just because of that, and I'm floored. I'm floored. This is such a nice piece. And I mean, I'm gonna admit, like, I didn't really like the Armada one for more size comparison. This one really didn't do much for me, and I know a lot of people called it the toy of the year. I just hit Orion. But I thought this guy was kind of boring, to be honest. And this guy's fantastic. Fantastic. So, do you have any comments on Omega Prime? And then I'll bring up some of the other ones for the comparison, and then we'll call it a night.
The only thing else I have to say is that we got a new Prime.
Yeah. Oh, Yeah, we'll do two things. So we're gonna put this guy down and poor Megatron.
Poor, very cool Megatron.
Yeah.
Definitely not poor in coolness. Just poor in his height.
Yeah. But we'll give Megatron a little bit of support. Here is the RID Scourge and Skybite. So maybe the three of them, I still don't think they could do anything against Omega Prime. What do you think?
They could do some damage, but not so much.
Yeah.
Megatron would do the leading.
So here's all of the new freshened up versions of these guys, and yeah, he's the winner. This guy is a little neater than the original one because he has such a basic one toe line. It's cool for those of you that didn't get sideburn, but the original one is quite a bit neater in my opinion. But yeah, this one's a win. So, and then we've got two last things to do. First, here's his stand. And this stand, we were kind of messing with it. And you do got to splay his legs a bit.
Yeah. But
And use the top button there. And when you get that, he's actually pretty secure when you get him like that. So even for those of us out here in California, he's going to be okay. And his Matrix sword.
also, something that's optional is you can use the thing that makes it higher up. And that's what I prefer.
Yeah.
Because it actually gives him like room to be posed.
So he does have three little notches in his hand. I don't know if you can see right here, and they are supposed to plug in here. So I'm just trying to get it all lined up. This is our first time doing this. The sword is identical on both sides. There we go. Whoops, just kidding. Okay, there we go. So, there he is. Haslab Omega Prime. So, Orion, any final thoughts?
I don't really have any more thoughts. But one thing about the sword is that it's like 2 times as tall as him.
Yeah, and he's big.
Yeah, like that would be like even a bit big for Unicron.
That would actually fit all right. So
It would still be big for Unicron.
awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing this experience with me and Orion. And once again, I'm Joe.
I'm Orion. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Yeah. We will see you guys next time. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.